Hi, Dharma Circle. Happy solstice. Let's talk about life force energy on this auspicious day of, in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, the most light. At this time of the year when we have this incredible abundance of light, this is also the time of year where, in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, we have an abundance of life force energy. Hopefully you're feeling this surge in energy and light. And at the same time, this is about our power source and the increased power available to us at this time of year. So let's make the most of it. Today's class is all about life force energy, increasing power and prosperity, which goes hand in hand. And of course, your body is a big part of this. So first of all, just noticing what's happening in your body right now. At this time of year, are you noticing a surge in energy? Maybe clarity, maybe focus, maybe inspiration. The power is on right now. The light is strong right now. This is an indication that power and life force energy, they're one and the same. And when we're looking at a Jyotish chart, we can see the qualities of power, life force energy, and how the body utilizes or works with these laws of nature. And they're laws of nature. Light, the power source, our sun, which is the center of our solar system. Really, it is the source of all life on this planet. It is the source of all life and life-giving qualities. So when we look at a Jyotish chart, we're looking at the sun literally to see how does this body and this soul orient around the light source, this life source that is the sun. Sun is also your father, your lineage, your father's lineage particularly, and what is being passed through your father's lineage to you and your body. So this is a big factor in what is my relationship with light and power and the power source. If there is low power, there is going to be low life force energy. And this impacts your ability to be prosperous and nourished and well fed in this body and in this life. And in fact, power and money, they go hand in hand. And I think we all know that. Now, some people are very resistant and in rejection, or, they don't want this dynamic. They resist the power and money dynamic that's at play. But I want to present a different interpretation of this today in our class, and ways for you to start rethinking how you're working with power and money and life force energy, and from an embodied Jyotish perspective, what we can see in a chart, how we can use a Jyotish chart to support our understanding and strengthen our relationship with life force energy. This is also about doing our shadow work and really understanding the shadow and light dynamic that's at play within our body and our own inner intelligence. Because really, when you are asking for more money and you want more money and more prosperity in life, what you're really saying is, I want more power. And so the question really becomes more about, what is my relationship with power? And am I in right relation with my own power and the power source, which is the masculine? It is the father and the father's lineage. And traditionally in the Vedic perspective, it's the father that plants the seed of Dharma into the soul. And so all of the lineage gifts from the father come forth. And then it is the mother, the moon, that actually nurtures that seed and determines, is this seed going to be nurtured, and what is being nurtured, and how does this grow, and what grows. So we need both. It's the sun and this nourishment of the moon that supports Dharma truly, and supports power and vitality and life force energy. So when we're looking at your natal sun in the Jyotish chart, we're looking at your relationship with power and your relationship with the power source, which is the sun. It's also father and father's lineage. So money issues, and if you're having money issues, the title of this class is, Why Isn't the Money Flowing? Well, let's talk about that, because if money is not flowing, it means that life force energy, vitality, it's not flowing. Why is that? What is it in your body that is resisting or blocking fluidity, flow of life force? That's all money is. Money is just life force energy. And some people reject this concept, but I invite you to consider how money brings resources. That's all it is. It brings resources. It brings food, shelter, it brings support, it brings healing tools and modalities. It allows you to be comfortable and well-fed and nourished and nurtured in your life. Money is the vehicle for life force energy, and more life force energy means more nourishment, more support, more vitality. Now, just a reminder that we are always going for balance and right relation, because too much life force energy can actually be harmful as well. And it's why an exalted planet doesn't necessarily mean good, and a debilitated planet doesn't mean bad. Excess of anything, if we don't know how to work with it, it's not going to be helpful. It's not going to be nourishing and supportive. And I think about this concept with the rain and my rain barrels. Water is flowing abundantly. We've had so much rain this year already, and my water barrels are full. I can't take any more water. I can't receive any more water. I'd have to get more, rain buckets or water barrels. And so this is the concept of, we have so much abundance all around us. And do we have the capacity to hold it, to receive it? Because that's really what we're looking at in your Jyotish chart. When we look at your sun and your Venus, this quality of, okay, there's an abundance of nourishment, and, nature is just incredibly abundant. This is her natural way of being. And is my body able to receive this abundance? Just like the rain. So what is it in the body that's resisting or avoiding or rejecting this receiving of abundance and nourishment, life force energy, prosperity, the abundance that surrounds us? So sun is our power source, and money issues are almost always a power issue. Fear of power, holding more power, embodying more power, feeling more powerful literally in your body, being seen by others as empowered or powerful. So often it's required that there's an ego identity shift around your power if you want to hold more money. And people who reject money are actually rejecting power. And I invite you to really consider that. I hear from a lot of spiritual women, money's not important. I don't need more money. And what I really hear them saying is, power's not important. I don't want more power. And I invite you to really question the concept or the belief that power is not important, that holding more power, that being in right relationship with your power, especially as a woman, is not important. Essentially, that is thousands and thousands and thousands of years of conditioning. Conditioning to believe, and this is an epigenetic story that's passed through the generations, that we are now finally beginning to unravel at this time. But this embedded story of women don't deserve power, should not hold power, are not powerful, are not strong, are not capable. This is patriarchy, misogyny, colonialism, and it's harmful. And it's so embodied at this point that women actually believe this. And your behavior shows it. And the rejection of money shows it. This rejection of power shows it. What I invite you to consider is, what does right relationship with power mean for you? And what does that feel like for you and your body? And the same with money. What does being in right relationship mean for you when it comes to money? And how does that feel in your body? For me, that would include safety, stability, support, pleasure, nourishment, creativity, expansion, freedom. These are qualities that allow you to continue to expand and be in harmony with money and power, your life force energy. So when I hear a woman say, and if there are unconscious beliefs around, I don't want more money, I don't believe money is good, money is bad, money's harmful, any of those stories, which, by the way, money is just an energy. So really deconstruct those stories around money. But to recognize that your relationship with money is really about your relationship with power and life force energy. And what is that relationship? Currently, how do you feel about your relationship with money? And at the same time, are you ready for more power? It wasn't until 1974 in the US that a woman could open a line of credit or have a loan, a business loan in her own name without a male co-signer or a husband co-signing for it. And I really invite you to consider the depth and the magnitude of that, especially historically and even epigenetically, how women have been conditioned to disempower ourselves, especially around money. That we can't actually make our own choices, that we don't have the freedom to decide if I'm going to start a business and share my gifts and wisdom and receive money doing this to make a better life for myself, to support my children, and to really have the freedom to make choices. Choice is power. Power is choice. They go hand in hand. So this is really about power and women being in right relationship with our power and our money. That is your sun. Wherever sun lives in your Jyotish chart, this is a clear indication of what is my relationship with power and what is my lineage relationship with power. So many of us women are here on the planet right now to heal these stories, these patterns, the conditioning, and to awaken this dormant power that has been living in our lineage for generations, but has not been given a voice. It has not been able to be expressed. And there's a huge problem with that when it comes to Dharma, because so many women, our Dharma has been lost. our gifts and our wisdom have been lost. We have not been allowed to share, express, be visible, and empowered in our dharmic gifts. So really consider that when you're, if you're in a rejection of power and money, it is a rejection of Dharma in many ways. And if you are a contract worker, you're here actually to restore the Dharma of your lineage. And for many of us, that is about restoring the Dharma of the women in our family as well, and restoring that power and that clarity and that purpose that the women in our family have had, but have not been able to see it, feel it, experience it, or express it. And so it's a very powerful thing to be a woman at this time and say, my gifts mean something. My value is important. I deserve to be well fed, and I deserve to be prosperous, sharing my gifts and wisdom in this world. This is a powerful statement. So if you are one of these women like me who knows this, that this is important, that is your power right there. And I'm inviting you to hold it and cultivate a relationship with it. This is your power. That declaration is so important. Money, love, life force, energy, literally the vitality of your body is ruled by Venus in the Jyotish chart. Venus is considered to be water, jala. So our body is like 85% water, and our life force energy is expressed in the Jyotish chart by Venus. This is the harmony, the flow of love, which is, literally nutrition, nutrients for the soul, the body to connect and co-create with others through relationship. So when we look at the Jyotish chart, we can see what's the relationship that this body has with life force, with the quality of life-giving properties like water. Venus is our creative power, the feminine, the divine feminine. Artistry, the abundance of nature, and these qualities that Lakshmi brings, literally Shakti, life force energy. So if the Venus quality is weak in a Jyotish chart, we know this person, this body, has very little access to life force energy. We're going to have to be very careful with that life force energy. If it's overwhelming life force energy, then still there's a need to be in right relation and to cultivate a relationship with this abundance so that it doesn't become harmful. It's like eating too much sugar. If you eat the whole cake, it will make you sick, but you can have a piece, but you need to know, I can only have a piece. So knowing how to work with the abundance and the life force energy is very important for harmony and balance and right relation. Now, the chakras are an important piece of this as well. First and second chakras are really important for manifesting and creating on an embodied level. Contrary to popular belief, we do not manifest through thinking or the thinking mind. So your mindfulness practices, your affirmations, positive thinking, that's not going to cut it when it comes to manifestation. It has to be on an embodied level that we create and we bring the unmanifest into manifest form. And this is first and second chakras. First chakra is whole body. And the first house of the Jyotish chart is your whole body. And the chart as a whole is your whole body. So that's first chakra. Am I in my body? I meet a lot of spiritual women who are not in their bodies, and we can see it in the chart. They have placements of, let's say, K2 in the head, or they have a lot of Sandhi planets. So the planets themselves are kind of in the nether worlds. And these are qualities that make it hard to stay in the physical body. They can be wonderful spiritual gifts, and they are likely part of your dharmic gifts, your offering itself. But if you can't be in your body and learn how to live in the body more embodied, more consistently, then creating in this manifest world, it will be hard. This material world requires you to be in your body. So that's first chakra. And if you are not grounded, literally rooted, then manifesting into physical form will become very challenging. Second chakra, this is your pelvis. This is your creative energy center, especially as women. This is important for your creative and material world success. The problem is that most people are not doing their second chakra work, which is grief work. It is being with the challenging shadow emotions, the darkness, the parts of you that are hard to be with. Second chakra, pelvis, is seen from 7th house and 8th house of your Jyotish chart. 7th house is literally the pelvis. 8th house is sexual organs. 7th house of the chart, pelvis, is the house of relationships, the other, that mirror to self. 8th house, sexual organs, it's the house of our hidden fears. The 8th house it's the parts of ourselves we can't see. They're our biggest fears, haunts, challenges, often past life challenges and karmas that we're here to work through, seen from the 8th house. So if we're not doing 7th and 8th house work and work with the pelvis and the sexual organs, then we don't have access to this creative life force energy. Huge problem when it comes to creating money and manifesting into reality our desires, our visions, our dharmic path, and our purpose. Creativity is essential. And at the same time, honoring the shadow and the grief and the undigested emotions that are not allowing the life force to flow fluidly through the body, that's a non-negotiable for nourishment, for pleasure, second chakra. And money is part of that. So usually when a woman is not experiencing abundance and money and fluidity with wealth and prosperity, it's a first and second chakra issue. We have to start there. Am I in my body? Do I have an embodiment practice? Am I consistently connecting with the body and the wisdom of my body? And secondly, am I doing my grief work? Am I doing my shadow work? Am I digesting the emotion that may be clogged in my creative energy center? Then we can go into third chakra, which is about your power. And power is often where women will block that surge of energy and power and passion and, a clear vision. That solar plexus area, which is the 5th house of your Jyotish chart, indicates what's my relationship with power. More money means more power. And I invite that to really settle in. Start to really get that. More money is more power. More power is more money. It's just life force energy. So the question becomes, what is my relationship with having more power. A lot of times, women who have an identity of being sick or weak or debilitated on some level, or not adept at being strong and capable, this unconscious, and it's often very unconscious, but especially if you've had physical body weaknesses, this belief of being strong and capable and vibrant, it's just not part of your identity. So it becomes an ego identity shift that is required in order for you to embody this, I am strong, I am well, I am capable. And I invite you to really think about that. How strong, how well, how capable do you feel in your body? This is part of saying yes to more vitality and abundance and literally deserving. I deserve. This is just my natural state. My normal is powerful, abundant, and prosperous. This is who I am. This is my nature. How true does that feel for you on a scale from 1 to 10 in your body? Let's say 1 is, not really, and 10 is, oh yes, that's me. I identify with that. Where are you right now? Type that into the chat and let me know. How strong, capable, abundant, prosperous, vital do you feel in your body? Is this your normal set point? That's going to be required for your dharmic path. Dharma, think of Arjuna on the battlefield. This is not about weakness. This is not about hiding in the shadows or downplaying your power. No. Dharma requires you to be firm, clear, focused, committed, and vital. This is what Dharma provides us with too. When we commit to the path and sharing our gifts and our wisdom, we actually increase our life force energy. The body gets stronger, more capable, and it's our true power. Dharma is your true power. And, I could share a thesis on this, but I believe that this is why historically women have been disempowered, that our gifts and our wisdom have been feared. And this is a time to restore that strength and vitality, the truth of who we are on an embodied level, and that is true Dharma. And yes, this is about you being prosperous, abundant, well, and thriving, and being in your power, feeling your power. So when the money is not flowing, we know there are obstacles, blockages, some resistance in the body to being more powerful, feeling more power, experiencing more life force energy, quite literally. And I'm inviting you to consider, where is the resistance or the blockage? Is it first chakra, being in the body, physical body? Is it your pleasure and doing the grief work, which is required in order to receive the pleasure? Is it in your third chakra? Is it about power, quite literally, and being clear and owning your power and your purpose? So that's where this starts. And then, of course, we have to move up through the body, and this power is filtered through the heart, and then through the throat and the voice, and then through vision and the spiritual realms. So often women want to jump to the spiritual and bypass the physical body, the grief work, and the power required. But we can't do that. We have to start with the physical body. And you can do this quite simply by noticing What parts of the body are asking for your attention? Sometimes it's literally through pain or challenges in the body. And we can enter the body through the challenge or even the resource. What's feeling good? What's really working for you? Where does the body feel strong? And then we can look at the Jyotish chart as well for a further information, a further reference point, deepening our understanding of what this body part is telling us, and really listening to the body wisdom to support us in what do I need, what are the challenges, what needs to change, how can I get this need met, what needs to be supported. And we do that by inquiring with the body and listening very carefully and using that to support our creativity, our self-expression, and even sharing our gifts and wisdom. So if you are interested in clearing the resistance and really stepping into more power, prosperity, and abundance, sharing your gifts and wisdom through Dharma, comment wealthy below. I have resources and tools that I am happy to share with you that can support you in having a firm, clear focus on your dharmic path, sharing your gifts and wisdom in this world, and being prosperous in that process. And you deserve this. You deserve to shine and to be bright in this world. So many of our mothers and our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, the women in our lineages did not have this opportunity. And you, as a powerful embodied woman, have the opportunity to restore Dharma for your lineage, to share your lineage gifts and wisdom, and to be prosperous in the process. Do it for you, do it for your ancestors, and feel the nourishment, the abundance, the vitality, the prosperity that is the whole reason why you came to this planet in the first place. So, time to shine. Happy solstice. Step into your power and prosperity in an embodied dharmic way using Vedic astrology, embodied Jyotish, and powerful dharmic resources and business tools to support your clarity and your prosperity. Comment wealthy below. I'll follow up with you and we can see what resources will benefit you the most right now. Happy solstice, everyone. Be well and be prosperous. See you soon.